Hello everyone. In this session we are going to discuss about the PCB thickness. So we all know the components of PCB. One is core PCB, and then second one is a copper layer, third one is the pre-pack. So we will discuss all one by one. So first I would like to discuss about the core. So these thicknesses are subject to change with the manufacturing. So for any PCB stack up, kindly I request you to contact your manufacturer so that they will be giving you the right data sheet or a right entry or the right document to you about the PCB or PCB thickness or core thickness or copper thickness or pre-pack thickness. So here I am going to give you one idea of how we need to know about the copper thicknesses, and also I'll give you some examples of copper thickness, core thickness, as well as laminate thicknesses. So just to confirm, you just have to ask the document or checklist from the manufacturer, so how much the thickness they are using and what are the application and disadvantages of those. Based on that, as a designer, you need to choose the thicknesses of the particular component. So here I'm just drawing about the non-conductor, that is FR4C material, and then the copper material. So we will discuss about the thickness of the copper standard thickness, and then the core standard thickness. The core is this one, and if we have a pre-peg, and also we'll discuss about the pre-peg thickness standards. The first thing we will discuss about the copper thicknesses. I just write here the copper thickness. The standard table I'll share along with this class document. I'll share as a resource where you will get the all copper thickness related information. Along with that, we'll also get related to pre-peg as well as the core thickness. The first thing, I'll just draw it initially. So this is very small in size, so we say this as, we have got many units here, so I will just first show you 0.017 millimeters. So in other words, you can say that 17 micrometer. So if you come across the copper weight, so the copper weight will be here 0.5 ounce per square feet. Ounce per square feet, we say, just ounce per square feet, we can say. So this is the first copper thickness, which is very thin in nature. So the thickness of this one is 17 microns. If you consider that, if you want to understand in the copper weight, so that is 0.5 ounce per square feet. The next one is a little bit thicker than this, and that would be 0.035. In general, I'm taking it. So what it falls between 30 to 35 microns. We say 30 to 35 microns, micrometer, say. So this is in copper weight. We can say 1 ounce per square feet. 1 ounce per square feet. This is the second one, which is most widely used in the PCB industry. And then the third one is a little bit thicker than compared to the second one, so which is 0.07 mm. So it falls between 65 to 70, we can say, or 68 to 70. 68 to 70, I'll just write it. 70 micrometer in thickness, and this is around 2 ounce per square feet in the thickness. And then in the industry we have 3 ounce, so which is very thick in nature. So that is 0.1 mm, so which is 100 to 105 approximately micrometer, and it is 3 ounce per square feet. Okay, so you still have more than this, that is 3 plus ounce per square feet also available in the market. So you just have to check with the manufacturer about the 3 plus ounce per square feet. So here the first two, we say these are low weight copper. We say it is low weight copper. And the second one, third and the fourth, we call it as heavyweight copper. Remember this might be asked in an interview. These are heavyweight copper. So most widely used will be either 1 ounce or 2 ounce are most widely used. So depending upon the copper, or depending upon the current and depending upon the temperature, we choose the different copper thicknesses. For example, if you have a negligible current, for example, if you have a milliamps of current, and then milliamps current or microamps current, which is very negligible, so you say that's very negligible current, then we'll go for a 0.07 mm or 17 microns. And then if we have a 1 amps, 2 amps, 0.5 amps, just right, these are the ranges where we can use, that is 35 or 1 ounce per square feet. So anything more than this, we are going to use, for example, more than 2 or 3 amps or 5 amps if you say. So we are going to use the rest, that is the 2 ounce and 3 ounce, so depending upon the more current and more temperature. So less temperature, we can go for it. Moderate temperature, we can go for 35 microns. If you are more this temperature is more and it's very critical to handle, then we can go for more than 2 ounce per square feet. That's why these two are low weight copper, and these two are more than this 1 or 2 ounce, 2 or more than 2 ounce per square feet will be heavyweight copper, where a high current and high temperature related circuitry can be designed on that. So this is all about the copper thicknesses. The table I am going to share you in the resource section. You can just go and cross check this resource section about the copper thicknesses. So this is all about copper thickness, and then we'll go to the core thickness now. Core thickness, which is depending upon the manufacturer, which will be differ from the manufacturer to manufacturer. At the end of the day, just you have to check with the manufacturer. For your understanding, I am just going to give you some of the examples of core thicknesses. I'll just draw one core thickness and I'll just explain you about the ranges we can get it in the market. So these are subject to change, so every manufacturer they can change their thicknesses according to the requirement. So 0.1 mm is also available, 0.2 mm is also available. So up to, for example, we have used till 2 mm also be used, and the most common and most widely used is 1.5 mm for 2-layer PCB, so we have used. So this is just for an understanding, I'm showing you the thickness of the core, so which vary according to the manufacturer to manufacturer. For the chart, you just have to check with the manufacturer, and the most widely used 1.5 mm for 2-layer PCB. You can still use 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.5 mm of core thicknesses. So this is about core thicknesses, and then we are left with the pre-preg thickness. So pre-preg thickness, depending upon what type of core which you are using, so depending upon that we are going to change it. I will give you some examples here. For example, the first example is you can use 0.05 mm, so, or you can also call it as 50 microns. 50 micrometer is available. Then second one is 0.063 mm, that is 63 microns, is also available in the nature and in the market. Then the third one is 0.075, that is 75 microns, is also available. 41 is 0.1150 mm, that is 150 microns. So these are the standard pre-pack thicknesses we have in the market. So whenever you are using laminate PCBs, or if you are using multi-layer PCB, you can go for a 250 microns pre-pack. I will discuss that in detail in the layer stack-ups. So how much pre-pack thicknesses you need to use in your 4-layer stack-up, 2-layer stack-up. 2-layer we don't need it, the pre-pack is not required. For a 4-layer, 6-layer, 8-layer. So whenever we're discussing about the layer stack-ups, I'm going to in detail discuss about how many pre-packs we need to use, what thickness of pre-pack we need to use in the PCB stack-up. So this is all about copper thickness and core thickness and pre-pack thickness. Now in the next session we will discuss about the PCB thickness.